Old Prague Legends. Prague is an enchanting city, and no one would be at all surprised that even statues come alive at times. At the Charles Bridge can be seen the Turk or St. John of Nepomuk. From time to time, even Africans walked along Nereda Street. And at the Verbovska Garden in the Little Quarter, even a statue of the giant Atlas came to life. You don't believe it? So listen up. Since the 1820s, the statue of giant Atlas has guarded the entrance to Verbovska Garden. It is said that about this time, a little girl from the neighborhood walked by. She looked up, and with great pity, she watched the man whose destiny it was to carry the weight of the world on his shoulders. From then on, the girl came every day, always stood for a moment, silently sent her greetings to Atlas, and occasionally laid flowers at the gate. She had no idea how it was possible that a flower which she put one day next to the gate could be found the next day at the feet of the statue. But children are not worried about such things. She would have been so happy if she could just stroke Atlas to let him know that he wasn't alone. But the giant stood very high, absolutely out of reach for the little girl. But the stone heart of the giant was always warmed by this child's visit. One day again, the child put the flower at the gate, stood for a moment, and sent her greetings. Then she turned and ran out into the street. Precisely at that moment, Butcher Mashek's horses became startled at the meat market on the Little Quarter Square and madly galloped down Klemenska Street towards the Verbovsky Palace. It seemed that the horses would run her down, but the giant at the gate came alive, hurled the globe into the yard, and with 3 jumps was out in the street. He jumped in front of the horses, and with a single move, he stopped them perilously close to the girl. The child innocently stroked the horses, and then finally reached her giant. He just quietly bowed and returned to his place. At home, the girl explained to her mum what had happened. She cried with happiness, because if it wasn't for the giant, she would be sitting home alone without her beloved child. From that time on, they walked together to the statue of the giant to lay a flower at the gate to thank him for the rescue. The globe he hurled has left a dent in the yard, which is always filled with water after rain. They say that the water in this dent can open the gates to all the stories of the world. And the birds of Verbovska Garden, which drink from the dent, can sing all the songs of the world and chirp about Prague's miracle, even in faraway lands.